A straggler. I have more than I need, so I'll just feast on you. A straggler. I have more than I need, so I'll just feast on you.
Over here, partner. All I found were these Reachmen stalking the pass. Decided they'd rather die than talk, so I obliged. They don't look like they're from Ice Reach, but they are wearing the Coven's medallions. Anyway, did you find the lodge? Kilkreath? The temple to Meridia? Why would the Ice Reach Coven target a local Daedra cult? Damn, we're running out of time. I'll head back to Solitude and try again to warn High King Svargrim. You go to Kilkreath Temple and alert Meridia's priests. I'll meet you there. You'll be going up against the Coven by yourself. Warn the priests. If there's an opportunity to safely stop or delay the ritual, by all means. But don't take any unnecessary chances. I still don't want to lose another partner. Good luck.
A disaster has befallen Kilkreath Temple. Didn't I send you to Solitude? This place isn't safe. The Ice Reach Coven performed a ritual and summoned one of those Hero Storms. Now Kilkreath Temple is crawling with Hero Fiends. I'm sorry, but you're too late. The Coven unleashed their unnatural Hero Storm, and now the entire area is overrun by vampires and Hero Fiends. Still, meeting you again is fortuitous. We worked well together before, and I could use your help. There may be survivors who could use your help. And if we can learn more about the ritual that summoned the Hero Storm, we might be able to determine how to stop them. Or at the very least, we can figure out where they plan to strike next. I could use your help to examine the strange pikes erected around the temple. Hero Fiends and vampires roam the area, making it difficult to get close. Hence the need for your assistance. You see, I'm not that confident in my combat prowess. Yes, thanks to you. They're investigating vampiric activity in another part of the region, and attempting to identify the vampire we saw talking to the witch matron. In the meantime, they left me to deal with my own investigation. House Ravenwatch's resources are limited, and Skyrim is a big place. We operate alone or in groups as necessary, depending on the situation. My task is to track down the remains stolen from Bankurai, and determine what the Coven is doing with them. I tracked remains stolen from a mass grave in Bankurai. Ancient vampire remains, to be exact, and werewolf remains as well. They were smuggled through Solitude to wind up in the hands of the Ice Reach Coven. Now I need to determine why. What we saw in the barrow was a prototype of sorts. This Hero Storm was far more powerful. The storm struck the temple, leaving vampires and Hero Fiends in its wake. I still need to determine the exact mechanism of these storms. Look! A priest of Meridia! Maybe they can tell us more about what happened at the temple.
Oh, thank Meridia! The priests and pilgrims of Kilkreath Temple. We need assistance. A great and terrible storm struck, and so many of us were lost. A temple dedicated to Meridia, the Lady of Light. Pilgrims come from across Skyrim to pray and seek blessings. She's the ranking priest, after High Priest Varkor. But we haven't seen the High Priest since the storm hit. Bavian led a group of us to safety. There are more priests and pilgrims out there. If you're willing to help, please talk to Bavian.
The living take precedence. We should search for survivors while investigating the pikes.
Another pilgrim seeking shelter from a storm? No, you don't appear to be a pilgrim. What brings you here? Even in our darkest hour, Meridia provides a light. We were on our way to see High Priest Varkor when the storm hit. I've never seen such power. It raged like a thing alive. I gathered who I could, but the others are still out there. Start at the stables to the northwest. I saw Acolyte Yod, Priest Irena, and Roligmoth the Pilgrim seek shelter there. If you find them, send them back here. After that, meet me at the Pilgrim's Lodge to the west of the temple. Look for Yod, Irena, and Roligmoth at the stables. Then meet me at the Pilgrim's Lodge. I will head there after I finish caring for these injured souls. Meridia's light shine upon you, good friend. Kilkreath Temple provides a safe haven for the priests and pilgrims of Meridia. At least it did, before this terrible storm struck. The Lady of Light has always protected us. Why today should be different, I don't understand. No, that honor goes to our High Priest Varkor. I am but her humble assistant. She is my mentor and my friend. After you find the others, I'll meet you at the Pilgrim's Lodge, and we can search for the High Priest together. We were on our way to the temple for prayers when an oily black ichor roiled in the sky. The wind picked up and red streaks of lightning struck all around us. We barely made it to the safety of this cave. The storm abated. Then the sound started. Groans, shrieks, blood-curdling screams. It sounded like wild and feral beasts followed in the wake of the storm. I sent Priest Isofnir outside to keep watch, but I told him not to take any unnecessary risks. We're priests, not soldiers, after all.
An alchemical residue. That should prove useful.
Why has Meridia forsaken me?
Keep calm. We mean you no harm.
High Priest Vakor will find me. Meridia will save me. When things are darkest, her light shines the way. Priest Pavian,
Where's High Priest Vakor? Did those horrible creatures get her? We hid in the stables, but then Priest Arena changed. That's when I ran in here.
What happened to this poor woman? She looks distraught. It's depleted. Just ordinary sticks and rope now. Interesting. No visible damage despite its proximity to the eye of the storm.
Acolyte Ivina can't hear me. She's standing right here, but she's gone. Is this what would have happened to all of us if I hadn't gotten the others into the cave? I tried to heal Ivina, but Meridia's light had no effect. But what was that about Priest Arena and the stables? Is like poor Ivina. We must find High Priest Varkor. If anyone is powerful enough to cure this unnatural ailment, it will be her. Meridia. We need to find High Priest Varkor. Let's head to the temple.
Can you feel the lingering energy? That's Daedric, if I'm not mistaken. These depleted witch pikes expended a lot of power to summon the Harrowstorm. Now they're just ordinary sticks, but even in this state, they tell us much about the ritual that flowed through them. I'm sure now that the pikes play a significant role as focal points for the storm ritual. The prepared pikes are depleted as the ritual runs its course, but I sensed lingering energy, including a Daedric taint. And we found an intriguing residue. It's the remains of an alchemical poultice that was spread over the pikes. Smells like rotting fungus, doesn't it? With a little study, I should be able to identify each ingredient in its makeup. Then I can begin to understand the ritual. One other thing I want to check first. I noticed the pilgrims leading a cart away from the temple right before the storm hit. Coven members could have tried to slip away among the innocents. The cart should be along the road south of the temple. pilgrims headed south along the main road, if they were caught in the storm. Strange. They're alive, but unresponsive. Check the crates and see if they contain the smuggled items.
You seem to know a lot about a great many things, vampire.
Did you find anything of interest in the crate? I can't believe anyone knowingly involved would have let themselves be exposed to the storm. Perhaps the pilgrims were tricked into transporting the crate. Or maybe, yes, of course. Though I fear what we may find there. The temple was clearly at the center of the storm. Regardless, there's still a lot we don't know about the effects of this ritual. Observing the target area could offer new insights.
Oh, Ivina, I pray that the High Priest can remove this strange affliction. I just hope we don't find more victims of this unnatural storm as we head toward the temple. By Meridia's light, so many dead. How could Meridia let this happen to her faithful?
These are temple priests and pilgrims. It seems the storm killed them.
These were good people, devout followers. How could Meridia let this happen? Monsters in this holy place. We need to find the temple priests. Poor Laurel War. Take his Meridian medallion so we can remember his sacrifice.
Priest Bavian! Our own brethren have turned against us!
I'm safe in here, but the rest of the temple, it's overrun with monsters. Worse, they're our own priests and pilgrims. I saw one pilgrim attack poor Larolvor, ripped at his flesh with her teeth. The storm? I hadn't thought of that. Terrible things started happening after it began, though. This may be heresy to say, but Meridia has abandoned us. She doesn't care what happens to this place. I'm going to stay here until the danger's past. Who's there? Is that you, High Priest?
Our own brethren, like vicious animals. We must find the others.
Murlazu gave me no choice, Bavian. I swear it. Just this morning, we were debating the mysteries of the colored rooms. Now he's gone. He attacked me. He tried to devour me. I had no choice but to kill him. To kill a cherished student. Signs? Do you want to know if he announced his intentions before he turned into a ravenous beast? No. Nothing. One moment he was fine. The next, he was a monster. The High Priest took the survivors and fled to the catacombs. You need to help them.
Priest Armin? Wait. Follow me. He fled into the vestry. Armin, please, you don't want to do this. They're mad, beyond all reason. Even in this temple, Meridia's light does nothing to help those afflicted with this feral curse. We need to reach the catacombs and find High Priest Varkor. The catacombs can be accessed from deeper within the temple. We just need to get the key from the Chamberlain's sanctum. I think I know why the High Priest went to the catacombs. It's not only a defensible location, it's where our relic is kept. Meridia's brilliance. It has the power to channel her light and purge the temple of this corruption. At least, I hope it does. High Priest Varkor wouldn't just hide in the... Did you find the key that opens the catacombs? Did you retrieve the key from the Chamberlain's sanctum? We need it to open the door to the... Perfect! There are only 2 keys that I know of, and the High Priest has the other one. Now open the door, and let's find High Priest Varkor. Even the catacombs are corrupted. High Priest! By the light! Quickly, retrieve the relic. Retrieve the relic, and we can escape through the old air shaft. This way, my friend. Let's meet back in the cave.
I'll need to perform more tests. But from what we've seen, I believe the storm affects mortals in 3 distinct ways. It kills them, transforms them into harrow fiends, or leaves them mindless. I suppose I'd say it harrowed those poor pilgrims. Head to the temple and help Bavian. See what else you can learn inside. I'd accompany you, but Meridia doesn't approve of my kind, and I'd rather not get on her bad side. In the meantime, I'll finish up out here. I'll take samples from the harrow fiends, and try to determine how the storm killed these people. Later, we can retrieve my alchemical equipment from where I hid it so I can analyze the residue. I didn't want to carry fragile instruments into danger.
How fragile my faith, when I can depend more on help from a stranger than from my God. And such terrible things we witnessed today. An unnatural storm, vampires, innocent people turning into monsters. I fear this corruption cannot simply be prayed away. It seems that Meridia has abandoned us to our fate. Why? I cannot say. Ah, thank you. These belonged to Roligmolf and Acolyte Lorelfor. I wish we could have saved them, but at least we can use these to remember them. I doubt we can recover their remains before the temple is sealed. With Meridia's brilliance, I'm not sure my faith is strong enough to use it after all this, but I suppose I have to try. I owe that much to High Priest Varkor's memory. Do you have the relic? I'll work with our remaining priests. Try to use the relic to purge the corruption and seal the temple. If that doesn't work, well, let's hope that it does. Thank you, my friend. You stood with us while Meridia turned away. We won't forget that. The injured still need to be treated, and the temple's corruption needs to be dealt with. Despite the way I feel about Meridia now, I still have a responsibility. I won't walk away from it. Not like Meridia walked from us. I lost a lot of things today. We all did. But that doesn't mean I won't keep trying to help the faithful. There are injured to tend to, and those poor souls who lost their mind to the storm. I want to find a way to help them all. High Priest Varkor claimed it contained Meridia's divine light. There are rituals for releasing such power. Whether I or one of the other priests can make use of it, we'll see. I just hope we don't experience any more of those storms.